What is up, YouTube? Thought I'd give you a little bit of an overview, just a better look at the Prime 1 Guts Berserker Rage Edition. Been wanting this statue for a long time. I was paying for it for a while and then actually canceled my order. I was putting in for the Guts 1/3 scale. Ended up canceling that for similar reasons. I think by the time that shipped, it was going to be about $2,000. Sideshow's had this in stock this entire time, which is kind of wild to me. Just because of how badass it is. It seems like most of the Berserk stuff sells out very fast. But this one has not. And it is by far my favorite. I love the alligators. I love all the details. You can see the rats there. I have a lot of lights on this just to kind of highlight how much moisture they kind of have in the paint. The kind of liquidy look. I mean, it is everywhere. When you back up on this thing, you can just see. I mean, the metals look like metal. The texture on these gators is just phenomenal. And they got green to them, which I think is a very nice highlight. Otherwise, this statue could be too just red, obviously, with all the blood. But it has just enough kind of green and tint to it that kind of throws some nice contrast. And that claw in the front is probably my favorite. And that the Croc's top head is misaligned with its bottom jaw, like it's broken, and his foot is putting weight on, like shifting it over. Just an absolutely dope detail. The let me get out of the way. The fat there, you can see the orange part inside of its mouth. I'm getting a terrible photo here. My head just keeps getting in the way. Let's try over here. There we go. Like, look at that. The fat inside its jaws. This top piece, for whatever reason, is a little wobbly. I think I'm going to put some museum putty in the base to kind of hold it. But he's got all the arrows in it, all the skulls. And there's a really dope demon back here that you can't even appreciate it because it's kind of hidden. But here he is. I mean, same thing, the blood splattering, the tusks, the detail is just so dope. And if I come around the back, there's actually some heads back there, which is pretty sweet. Again, there's some details on this that, fortunately, without it spinning, would be very hard to display. You could put a mirror behind it or something, but I think its presence is just awesome. I'm planning on moving those books, so I think I want to get a small bookshelf right here or something to hold those books, kind of put them to the side. Everyone on Reddit was freaking out that I have this on just this wood stand, but I promise you it's very sturdy. I mean, unless you like tackle it, obviously. I don't have any kids in the house, so there's no one going to be bumping this thing. But it is just so dope. There's a couple different head sculpts. Here's another one. It's kind of the full Berserk with the eyes. I like this one, but I certainly like the one where, you can see his eyes, his teeth. Like, I just kind of like that look better. And then there's the OG head sculpt. And this one you can really, let me get it in the light, you can really see the purple highlights. So this head has a lot more purple in it, but if I go over to Guts and we get a good look at his armor, you can kind of see it there in his shoulder. There, you can really see it. The head doesn't have as much, but his armor has a lot of purple. You can kind of see, not a lot. Obviously I have this in really bright light, which kind of highlights it. But man, just the details on this. And that sword weighs a lot. I mean, not a lot, but it surprised me when I took it out how much it weighs. I mean, it's quarter scale statue, and that sword is quarter scale, like it's the size of a human. It's good, 6 feet to scale. And my other statues are all quarter scale too. So quarter scale sideshow Batman Who Laughs, which I love. Jack the Ripper. All of my stuff's pretty horror themed. All the stuff I have remaining. And then obviously the beautiful Lady Dimitrescu. Quarter scale, she's like 8 feet tall. So kind of puts it in perspective. Got all my Frazettas. Again, I gotta kind of work on the lights in this room because I only have so many. And I'm trying to shine them in a bunch of different places. I got my little Gunpla and Lego station over here, which I'm building Imperial Star Destroyer, but there's not a lot of light there. Those statues probably could use some more light. I used to have the lights beaming on the artwork, which made it just glow, and I loved. Right now, again, that Guts is kind of hogging all the light, but it just makes it look so dope when he has all that light on him. If I take this off, you can get an idea of what one spotlight looks like. Probably enough, if I'm honest. Probably doesn't need the other light, but when it has it, just kind of adds that extra, just bam. That sword you can see is almost glowing now. So I love having a lot of light on them, but again, blown away by it. Highly, highly recommend. Sideshow still has it in stock. I think it's $1,500 or so plus $250 shipping. I had $280 in Sideshow points, so helped me out a bit. But thanks tax return, thanks stolen government money. I have no problem blowing that money on firearms and comic book statues. So, all right, see you.